Hello everybody, welcome back to the Pop Guide. I'm your host Zoe Vulgaris, and today we're going to be talking about some new movies, TV shows, Grammy nominations, artists, getting all the pop culture stuff in today. So I want to start off with one of my favorite shows for many years now, and very big show, one of Netflix's biggest originals. This is Stranger Things. Season 5 is coming out this month. I am so excited. The anticipation has been crazy. So Season 4 came out in the summer of 2022. Like, we have been waiting for a long time. It has been almost like 4 years now of waiting for Stranger Things, and it is one of the biggest shows in the world, so everyone has just been dying to see Season 5. Season 4 left a lot of unanswered questions, and a lot of the characters' fates are up in the air right now, and I'm really excited for Season 5. It's coming out in 3 parts, which is like kind of annoying, but also it's kind of fun because it gets to keep the hype of the season up for a little longer. So part 1 is coming out on Thanksgiving. It's going to be the first 4 episodes, and I think that is amazing that they're doing it around the holidays because everyone's going to be home, everyone's going to be with their families. I know my entire family watches, so very excited to watch with them on Thanksgiving. And then part 2 will be coming out Christmas Day, which is kind of crazy because everyone is saying that there's going to be probably so many deaths and so much sad stuff going on in the season, and it's all going to be happening on Christmas Day. And then the finale, the last episode, is coming out on New Year's Eve. So what a way to end the year. I am very excited. Like I said, I think it's going to be 4 episodes and then 3 episodes and then the finale at the end. So pretty much spread it out evenly. The run times, really excited for because the episodes are really long. Stranger Things episodes are usually pretty long, but I feel like they're really making their money's worth with how long they spent filming these. So the run times are really good. They're an hour, usually more than an hour long. Some of the episodes are an hour and 30 minutes. Last season, I remember the last couple of episodes were up to 2 hours long. So I'm super looking forward to it. The cast is all very bittersweet, very emotional about it ending. They've been doing a lot of red carpet interviews, a lot of press for this new season, and they're all pretty much saying the same thing, that when they were reading the script for Season 5, they all were just crying at the finale. They could not believe that this show was ending. I mean, especially the young actors, they literally grew up with the show. They started when they were 10, 11 years old, and now they're fully adults. The show's been filming for so long. But they are all super emotional about it. And I know for a lot of the actors and actresses, they've been asking if they're happy with their characters ending. And a lot of them are kind of dodging this question, which is making a lot of people a little concerned for the outcome. I know Millie Bobby Brown, she plays the lead, Elle, and she was asked the question and she just didn't really answer it. She kind of just smiled and was avoiding it. And she did it alongside Noah Schnapp. They were both asked that question together, and they were both kind of yeah. So I'm really excited to see what's going to be going on with that. I know Maya Hawke, she gave a very nice interview about how emotional this all is for her and how grateful she is to be a part of such a production like this. I can't even believe how long it's been. I know, like I said, the kids started when they were 11 years old. Now Millie Bobby Brown is fully married and has a child. It is crazy, the time frame and all of this. I see so many crazy fan theories online about what could be happening, about what's gonna happen with the main villain, who's Vecna, about Sadie Sink's character last season named Max. She was in a coma. She almost died last season, but she's not technically dead. So a lot of people are wondering what the fate of her character is going to be in this season, if she's going to wake up, if she's going to come back to life, if she is going to die. In one of her interviews, she said that there was a running scene this season for her character. So people are oh, well, Max is running and she's clearly up. If it's a dream, if it's a flashback, no one knows, but she is in the season. That's probably the storyline I'm most excited to find out about. I'm also really excited to see what happens with Will, because the first 5 minutes of Season 5 were released, and the first 5 minutes, it was really dark, really scary. It was a flashback into Will, who's played by Noah Schnapp, who's one of the main kids on the show. He was the original boy that was taken into the Upside Down, which is the scary underworld where all the villain stuff happens in Stranger Things. So he was the first one, the first victim of the Upside Down. And in season 1, we don't really see much of him in the Upside Down. We only just kind of see like his friends and his family like trying to think of ways to get him out and trying to discover how to get him out of the Upside Down, how to even like locate him, what it even is. It's mostly just figuring that out. We barely really see him like actually living in the Upside Down and really like understanding how he survives. So the Duffer Brothers, who are the 2 producers of the show, were talking about how they wanted to explore Will more this season. And yeah, in doing so, the first 5 minutes of season 5 was just all a flashback of Will in the Upside Down. And it was like really scary and really dark. And it definitely, I feel like, is very different vibes from the beginning of the first 4 seasons. Because now I feel like everyone knows, you know, what's going on in the show. There's a clear like point to season 5. There's a clear story. Like there's not like much to uncover. We know the main villain. We know all the characters at this point. They are getting like right into the gore, right into it. And yeah, it's definitely like a different, those first 5 minutes started off very different than the other seasons. It was way more gloomy, like way more sad, serious. And yeah, I am excited to see the first episode. I mean, like November is such a month for new movies and new TV shows, and I feel like they're all coming like at the later half of the month too. So I feel like it's just going to be packed with new stuff. And yeah, overall, I mean, I just can't believe, I think that the show is going to go down in history as like one of Netflix's best originals. It's just like so many iconic actors and actresses. The cast now has just become so iconic. Like all of them are just incredible, and I am very excited but also very nervous to see the ending of some of these characters. Also on the Stranger Things topic, the character who plays Hopper, David Harbour, and the character who plays Eleven, Millie Bobby Brown, they're like a father and daughter on the show, and like everyone knows that they're really close off set. And there were like rumors going around a couple weeks ago that like they were fighting, and that Millie Bobby Brown said that like David Harbour like was bullying her on set. And then that just like came out to be so not true. And I remember I was like, when I saw that, I was like, that is not true. Like that is fake news, because they're so close, and like there is no way that that would happen. And everyone like fell for it. And then like 2 days later, they were on a red carpet together. So if you heard that news, like I'm here to tell you it is not true. Don't worry. Like they are all good. Season 5, you know, the whole cast is amazing. The whole cast loves each other. No one is fighting. No one is bullying each other on set. Like trust, don't worry about it. So yeah, I mean, Stranger Things, like iconic show, iconic cast. I can't believe it's coming to an end after like 10 years of the show. It's crazy, and I'm really excited to recap it once season 5 is done. I can't wait to see what happens with everyone's storylines. So up next, like I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite movies of all time. These past couple of years have been like really shaped by my love for this, Wicked. Like, let me tell you, Wicked, obviously iconic Broadway musical. The movie adaptation of it has like only done justice for it. I mean, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, like I said it before and I will say it again, like I think that they are the 2 most talented vocalists in our time right now. I mean, the 2 of them together singing these iconic Broadway songs are just incredible. And like, it was literally one of the most popular films, and I just don't expect anything less with that from Wicked for Good. In addition to the original Broadway track, they also added 2 new songs, one for Cynthia Erivo and one for Ariana Grande. And I think that they did that because, I mean, I want them to win some Oscars this year. Wicked was one of the biggest films, if not the biggest film last year, and they barely got anything at the Oscars, and they performed too. And it was kind of like, you're really using, you know, the most popular film to have a performance for you, but they're like barely gonna get any awards. So I am really hoping that these 2 songs and just like the whole movie in general, I feel like part 2 of Wicked is way more emotional, especially with songs like For Good. So I really hope that they win some Oscars. And I'm excited to see these 2 new songs. They're a little secretive. And also on the topic of Wicked, the Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo got nominated for a Grammy for Defying Gravity for Best Duo, and I'm hoping that they win because I love them together. Like I said, they're amazing, and I feel like Wicked for Good is going to, like, I loved part 1 of Wicked, and I feel like I like the part 1 songs, like the act 1 songs better, but I think that like part 2 is just going to be like more emotional, and I'm really excited for the press tour again. I love the Wicked press tours. And yeah, I'm wondering what those Oscar noms are gonna look like. This would make Cynthia, I think, like an EGOT winner. So, and I think that she deserves it. She's so talented, like acting-wise and singing-wise. I think she has an incredible voice and is an incredible actor. So this would make her win an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony Award. So hopefully she gets this. I think that my girl deserves it. And yeah, also, Wicked cast update, Jonathan Bailey won the Sexiest Man Alive award from People's Magazine, and he was the first openly gay man to ever win this award, so making history. And yeah, I think that he's amazing. The whole cast loves him. Like, Ariana Grande is always posting with him. Like, they love doing press with him. So yeah, he just seems like such a great actor. Like, I feel like everyone that knows him just loves him. All of his interviews are just like so filled with love. His interviews about like winning People's Sexiest Man Alive are so funny. He went on like a lot of Jimmy Fallon interviews with that, and a lot of clips of that were posted. Yeah, he's the best. And yeah, making history, first openly gay man to win. Wicked, yeah, it's doing well in the press, and I'm excited to see how many records it breaks at the box office. Speaking of Grammy nominations before, I wanted to kind of talk a little more about them, because some of them are like kind of surprising in my opinion. So up first, for Record of the Year, some of my favorite songs and favorite artists were nominated for that. Like Sabrina Carpenter was nominated for Man-Child. I think Lady Gaga was nominated with Abracadabra, Billie Eilish for Wildflower. A lot of like really great pop songs, like Chappell Roan was nominated for The Subway, which I could totally see that winning. Luther was nominated, Kendrick and SZA. A lot of great songs up in there. And then like Anxiety was nominated too. And I feel like a lot of these songs on the list are just like popular online. K-Pop Demon Hunters was nominated for one of the categories, and it just feels like there's no way that like K-Pop Demon Hunters was like nominated over some of these like really big artists. Like Conan Gray, Vodka Cranberry was like one of the biggest songs, and he performed it like a million times, and it's one of the best songs of the year, I think, at least, and it wasn't nominated for anything, which is crazy to me. Like that song, like top charts, you know, it was like one of his biggest songs. He's such a talented singer. Like that song live was crazy, and that did not get nominated. So that was, I guess, like my only snub from the Grammys. But I don't know. I'm hoping that like Sabrina wins something at the Grammys, just because I feel like she always has like the biggest singles, like whether it's Man-Child or Espresso or Please Please Please. Like she really these past few years has just been like hitting these singles, like topping the charts. Like I don't understand like how she does it. And yeah, she's had a really successful year too, like Man's Best Friend. That was nominated for Album of the Year. Like, I don't necessarily see that winning. Like, obviously, I am like a pop girl through and through. I would love for that to win Best Pop Album, but like, I don't know if it will. But like, I love that album. And speaking of her albums, she is on tour right now still for Short and Sweet, which was her previous album. But she's been performing some songs from Man's Best Friend. Like, she performed My Man on Willpower. She performed Nobody's Son. And I wish that she did a Man's Best Friend tour, because like I saw the Short and Sweet one, and it's been going on for like a year now, and I feel like a lot of people have seen it and like really love Man's Best Friend. Like Man's Best Friend I like it better than Short and Sweet, so I would have gone again to like see that song live, like to see that album live. Like I love that album. So I hope that like one day down the road she'll do a Man's Best Friend tour. But like, yeah, she has been trying to incorporate some of it into her Short and Sweet tour, because she does like a surprise song every night, and like most of the songs have been from Man's Best Friend. So yeah, I'm hoping to see like more of that live stuff from her. I'm wondering if she'll perform at the Grammys. Also, like I said, for Best Duo, like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were nominated for Defying Gravity. Like Cat's Eye was nominated. 30 for 30 with Kendrick and SZA was nominated for that one. And then like K-Pop Demon Hunters Golden was nominated, which I just feel like is so random. I don't know. I said that before, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm really wondering what the decision making was going into this, because K-Pop Demon Hunters, like that song Golden, like it became really popular, but I don't think it's as popular as like Man-Child and like some of these other like crazy songs that were nominated. November is like a really peak month for some new movies and new TV shows. December, we have some other stuff to look forward to, like obviously the part 2 and 3 of Stranger Things. Percy Jackson season 2 is coming out. Very excited for that. A lot of big actors on that one again. Like Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be back on it. I think he has a bigger role this season, which I'm really excited to see him on the TV. A lot of like teen actors on that one, new characters being introduced. So big year for Disney, Netflix, all the stuff. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Zoe Vulgaris, and thank you.